Seria legal contar dos bastidores da escolha do Molodoy, como foi, quem eram as opções e por que não escolheram alguém mais consolidado.
Just want to hear what you have to say about Molodoy falling because he's been just, I mean, he's the rookie of the year so far.
Recentemente o Falenzão e o Cid deram entrevista para streamers e jornalistas e eles comentaram muitos assuntos, entre um deles a parte de contratação do Molodoy, como foi a escolha do jogador e se ele era a primeira opção para a Fúria já naquele momento. E o Falenzão comentou como conheceu o Molodoy, falaram sobre outros jogadores e muito mais. Aqui a gente separou esses momentos para vocês, eu espero que vocês curtam e se você curte já sabe, se inscreve no canal, deixa o like e ajuda a gente a bater a meta dos 5 mil inscritos. Falta muito pouco e com você ajudando aí, o nosso canal chega mais longe. Conto com seu apoio atrás, é isso, tamo junto. Bora pro vídeo.
Ah, eu nem tô fazendo força.
Assim,
Só
né?
só entregada de elite. Tipo assim, top entregada 2025, mano.
Bota
É essa que
fé.
tiram meu sono. Por isso que eu não durmo, mano. Ó, tem no Major, aí Dallas não teve nem campeonato. Polônia teve essa aí desse ano, foi a do palco contra Mouse. Aí depois não teve nenhuma entregada muito bizarra, não.
Sim.
Até o momento. Até o momento não teve mais nenhuma bizarra. Essas são as sinistras, assim, que tem. Que vem na cabeça.
Bora pra essa trenzinha aqui então.
Antes uma pergunta aqui do
fala aí.
Vinícius, achei legal a pergunta dele. Seria legal contar dos bastidores da escolha do Molodoy, como foi, quem eram as opções e por que não escolheram alguém mais consolidado.
Do Molodoy a gente fez um scouting dos AWPS que estavam disponíveis. Por que não foi alguém mais consolidado? Porque não tinha. A opção mais perto de ser alguém consolidado era o Sampaios, que ia terminar o contrato, não sei porque não foi o que fui atrás, mas o Sampaios era uma das opções. Assim, mas a gente nem falou com ele, né? Opção na nossa cabeça, da lista.
sim.
O lendário
Quando você faz a
Aguinaldo
lista lá, o
mandou
Sampaios tava lá na
R$25.
lista.
Salve, tropa,
Aí de
boa
opção,
sorte pra
aí
vocês na
tirando os
Europa.
AWPs mais
E um
consolidados,
beijo
né?
do Japa pro
O
CIDDE.
Simple também era
o
opção, mas
melhor
tava sem
sempre
jogar.
soube.
Opções que tava lá, Molodoy, Grix. Eu assisti o Molodoy, assisti o Grix, assisti um moleque chamado Forze, que é do Eclot. Quem mais que eu assisti? É que os números do Molodoy e do Grix despontavam muito, né? Aí a gente meio que fechou um pouco o cerco pros dois só.
Entendi.
Mas o Forze eu
nos treinos
assisti.
assustou?
No Molodoy já tinha o histórico do treino contra ele. Quem mais que eu tava. A gente olhou alguns nomes que estavam. O Fine Shine, se eu não me engano, a gente deu uma olhada. O Alcaren a gente sabia que existia, obviamente, e tava meio que por dentro. Esses AWPs dos times da Europa aí,
Sim, você
Tension,
tava
se eu não
olhando
me engano.
todos que pareciam minimamente interessantes, assim, né? Tipo,
A gente fez uma lista dos nomes dos AWPs que estavam jogando bastante partidas na HLTV, alguns da Faceit também. E aí a gente foi fazendo essa lista aí e foi descendo. Mas o Molodoy e o Grix estavam bem em cima. A gente até falou com o Grix primeiro, mas por ordem assim, só do que a gente tinha visto mesmo.
Pô, muito maneiro, a
Mas
escolha foi...
não tinha muito AWP consolidado não, viu, ô Vinícius? Não tinha, só a não ser que a gente fosse comprar o Shiro, mano. Não tá. Shiro Zayu, mas não tinha muito AWP consolidado.
Nem o Simple, né? O Simple não, era muito caro pra todo mundo,
Entre
né?
o
Tava
Simple e o
bizarro.
Molodoy, eu já preferi o Molodoy antes, de qualquer forma, mas sim, ele é caro também, né?
Tipo assim, ninguém tava conseguindo comprar o Simple, né? Nenhum time. Todo mundo queria, mas ninguém
Então,
conseguia.
sim.
Bom,
Tá aproveitando, só porque o Vinícius perguntou do Trio NQZ, não queria ou inviável? Não fazia sentido porque a gente queria internacional, né? Mas se fosse para opções manter o time nacional, eles seriam opções, sim.
I just want to hear what you have to say about Molodoy falling because he's been just, I mean, he's the rookie of the year so far.
Yeah, I think that when this Rook of the Year conversation starts happening, before this tournament, I was like, whoever wins more tournaments from Falcons or Furia is either Kyosuke or him. Whoever wins more tournaments until the end of the year. So yeah, big advantage for him now that he just won one, beating Kyosuke there. But there's more events to be played, you know, Kyosuke can still come back. And I think it's going to be between the two of them. I think they're the two most incredible players this year that just came out. And, you know, Molodoy, exactly as you mentioned, I think you described it pretty well. There's just so many micro peak performances that he has on every single aspect that is just beautiful to see. And it's one of the things that really got me excited about him. When I played against him at first, it was just a practice on Mirage. We were doing like a 3 mid 2A T side thing. he cleared 3 mid, jumped on the con box and killed the AWPS guy in less than 7 seconds.
Okay.
Like boom, 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 jump con, boom. Suddenly 1v5, bro. The guy just in 7 seconds killed 4 of us with the AWP in a row. And I was like, there's something different. Nobody can hit shit like that. You know, nobody can. It doesn't matter if it's just a prax or not. But if our scene here is not a one-time thing, this guy's insane. And then we kept playing the match, and you could see that he was stretching the margins a lot on some situations. He was making us very uncomfortable. And then, of course, you guys watch, you can see the resemblances from other players. And as a player, you can feel the presence as well in the server. And then you only feel those kind of things from very few players. So when you're playing against a guy who is making sure the presence is noted and is stretching every margin, you're like, there's something different in this guy. And then we played another practice with him, same thing, and I was like, holy shit, this is the next guy. I wasn't even considering change role at the time. I just mentioned to the guys, like, this kid is very good. He's the next shit. And then when I was playing against the Spirit Academy a few months before, maybe a year before, still in Imperial, 1 or 2 years before, I was playing against Donk in Spirit Academy, and he hits me a deagle shot on Nuke T-side. I was alping orange on Nuke, and he goes T-red. Boom. And I was like, this guy either is hacking or something out of the world. Like, nobody kills me like that. You know, like, that's not usual. And then later, Donk shows up. You know, so those kind of things you don't get really much when playing CS in practice. You don't really get this sense so many times. So that's why when I had this feeling, I told Gary, he was coaching, I think at the time, I was like, this is the next kid. And then we decided to make a change because team wasn't working, and I was really, at some point, you gotta really try to self-analyze yourself and see, maybe it's not working because I cannot make it work anymore in my department. You know, like what if I could be only a different department? And then the coach people in Furia was like, I think you have just too many roles right now. You just cannot do it all of them at the same time anymore. It's just a fact, you know. And I was literally thinking about stopping my career and all those things. They're like, we need to start preparing your department from Furia because you now have the IGL role, you have the AWP role, and if you leave, like, who the fuck are we gonna get? You know, and I always say, like, who is the next Brazilian AWPer that's gonna come and do all those things Molodoy is doing? I even said in other interviews, no disrespect to Faith and KZ, I think they might get to this level at some point, and I'm cheering for them, but they're just not there all those times I'm playing because many of the times I was playing against them in home games, Brazilian games, I couldn't feel this presence. You know, like, I'm playing against a guy who apparently I can just keep to the same level. So why would I give the LP to someone else? I have given the LP to ZKK before back in the days. I don't know if you guys remember that. I had made the same transition before. And ZKK was the best sorcerer player in Brazil for the AWP as well. So I just did, with ZKK, I felt like the presence, you know, I knew that he was good. So it made sense. So in the end, it wasn't too clear for me to really think about this idea because I never really had a perfect AWPer that I was like, bro, this guy's the next shit. I got to give it to him. So I never really showed up. And then when Gehi told me all those things and Sid told me those things, I was like, there's only one guy I know from playing the games that I think is the next one. And then it was Molodoy, you know. And then I'm glad that Furia made it happen. I'm glad that he accepted as well, you know, because it was a big challenge. And yeah, he's the real deal, bro. I think he's the next one. I think he's the next big one. And as long as he keeps working and we got a good people around him, I think he can go much further.